What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. So I want to start this video off by telling you what I think is one of the most important parts of this video, and that is to tell you to vote. Make sure you vote, make sure your parents vote, make sure your children vote, make sure your neighbors vote. Make sure that everyone you know goes out and votes. There are way more liberals, progressives, and Democrats in this country than there are Republicans. However, Donald Trump became president in 2016. A lot of people stayed home because they thought there's no way people are going to vote for this guy. There's no way he can win. And then he did. They voted for him in 2016. They voted for him in 2020. And they're going to vote for him in 2024. So please do not get complacent. I know you listen to his interviews, you see his rallies, you think he's absurd. You think there are no way there are going to be millions of people who are going to turn out and vote for this guy. They are. Again, make sure you vote. Make sure everyone you know votes. So, most of you guys probably have those friends on Facebook, right? Or family members or former colleagues, people you've probably unfollowed by now. But you remember them posting conspiracies, just the most crazy conspiracies, and you probably wonder to yourself, how does their brain conjure up these conspiracies, but they're never able to deduce from the information that they're getting that these conspiracies are just that, conspiracies. You just wonder, how does their brain work that way, right? Well, Roseanne Barr and Michael Flynn sat down for an interview. And what you're going to hear is just a bunch of conjured up conspiracies. And what happens with these people is, you know, back in the day, they would have these things in their heads and it would just be theirs. And they might mention it to a friend and a friend might say to them, dude, that's crazy. Don't believe that. But now these people are finding each other online and they get into what I call basically like ignoramus echo chambers. And that's what you're going to hear here. You're going to hear Michael Flynn and Roseanne Barr conjuring up conspiracies and agreeing with each other in an echo chamber where there is no one with critical thinking skills to tell them that's crazy. So this is basically a glimpse into the brain of your most conspiracy theorist friend or former friend on Facebook.
What we're seeing happen is we're seeing these people, they're trying to do damn near anything. I mean, they're trying to kill this, they're trying to kill Trump. I mean, two assassinations. The first one almost turned his head into red mist, They
wanted it televised too. That was that was the only time they televised it.
Right. I mean, you get the whole thing, the New York Times reporter and right there in the front with this high-speed camera. You got CNN's on there. And, even on this one at the golf course, I understood that MSNBC was there. Like, what? Wow. I mean, how does this kind of stuff happen? So the fact is there was 2 assassination attempts on Trump. There likely going to be another.
There were more than that.
Oh, yeah. Well, the CIA should be all over that. Probably my guess is you won't hear nothing about it, but my guess is he was working for them as well. I'm speculating a bit, but he definitely was working and on the radar of the FBI. So, and then the other guy, and then they're in these commercials for BlackRock. I mean, all of these things that you look at, they in the world that they should have been where they were, yet they were able to be there.
Yeah. Right.
So, if you study, which I have, like the various assassinations of the 60s, even when you look at Ronald Reagan's, the assassination attempt on him. I mean, you look at these assassinations of presidents and other individuals, other high-profile individuals, it's never what you see. It's never what you're told.
Right.
Never what you're told. So what we've been told recently is that, well, Iran is after Trump. Okay, well, maybe it's not Iran. Maybe it is. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's the people really close to him. Or maybe it's, both sides of the political aisle. I don't trust these people because the establishment wants him out of the way.
Yeah, they do.
They want him out of the way.
Seriously, that is exactly how their brain works. I mean, Michael Flynn is sitting here and he's like, MSNBC was there because they wanted to see the assassination attempt live. And then at the other one, CNN was there because they're probably all in on it. And Roseanne Barr is just sitting there going, uh-huh. And then he's like, and then this guy was in videos with BlackRock, and and they kind of knew that it was gonna go on. It was the first time they ever televised it, and she's sitting there, she's like, and this is what I mean by ignoramus echo chamber. There was a time when those people had friends who were smart enough to say, nah, man, that's way off. Like, here's some information to prove it. But now they've found a safe haven within each other. They actually like the fact that there's no one there to stop them from conjuring these things up. And it works. It absolutely works, because if you go to the comments of these types of videos, you see thousands of people liking them, sharing them, commenting things like, Michael Flynn is right, he's so right, he's always been right. People think Roseanne Barr is crazy, she's not. The things that you and I think are absurd, they think are genius. Again, you think it's absurd. You think, how do people think like this? They think it's genius. Then you go to these Trump rallies, right? And you have these far-right news stations. Understand something. We all think that the fact that J.D. Vance and Donald Trump had gone around and said that Haitian migrants were eating cats and dogs, we think that's absurd. They think it's true. Because here's some like 22-year-old host of some far-right show repeating this within the last couple of days.
Springfield, Ohio, with the migrant crisis of Haitians who are eating pets, who are murdering pets, causing havoc throughout the country. And that's why we fight, fight, fight.
So the fact that there is absolutely zero proof that this has been debunked many, many times, that I've said on my channel, how is there that there's people who believe that this has happened and there's not one video of any of it? None of that matters to these people. None of it matters. It's been debunked. The mayor, the governor, police officers, sheriffs, teachers, everyone in the Springfield community has said this is not true. These people are good workers. They're good family people. Their kids go to school. They go to work. They don't cause any problems here. That has been stated by so many people, but this guy at a Trump rally repeated it anyway. And again, these things work. Trump's War Room, as well as Charlie Kirk, posted this about Kamala Harris being on Univision and using a teleprompter. Long story short, she wasn't. The teleprompter was for the host. The words on the teleprompter were in Spanish. They turned it off because it went over the time that they wanted to have it on. But these people were posting that Univision gave her the answers because she can't speak for herself and she doesn't know anything, so she's reading a teleprompter during a town hall. This is what they posted about it. Understand something. Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump both know that this isn't true. They know that Kamala Harris was not reading from a teleprompter. They've seen the actual information that shows them that the words on the teleprompter were in Spanish. But they know that their disinformation, misinformation, and flat out lies absolutely work. And again, you go to the comments, what we think is absurd, they think is brilliant. So I want to end this video how I started it. Vote. Don't be complacent. They voted for him in 2016. They voted for him in 2020. They're going to vote for him in 2024. You can't stay home. You can't think that 80 million people won't vote for this guy, because 80 million can vote for him, and there's a chance that they will, and we need 81 million to vote for us. Period.